Hello everyone, and welcome to a live watch along on Football Talk podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. As I can see on screen right now, the Arsenal players are making their way onto the pitch as they prepare the guard of honor for the newly crowned champions, which is of course Liverpool Football Club. So this is going to be a nice moment for the Reds. Uh, excuse me. And the Reds should soak it in as much as possible. That's what I would do in this situation. Mm. And there you go. God of honor is done. Mhm. Didn't see Arteta there, which bit of a shame. But it is what it is. But in terms of the fixture, looking forward to it, and I'm quite pleased with the team selection. So let's have a look at the lineup right now. So on the screen, as you can see, Allison starts in goal. You've got Robertson, Van Dijk, Nate, and Connor Bradley, as expected. As expected, starts as a right back. And then the double pivot, you've got Curtis Jones and Gravenberch. And then your advanced midfield, you've got Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, Dominic Szoboszlai as your advanced midfielder. And up top, you've got Luis Diaz. So pretty much our strongest 11 possible. Maybe McAllister instead of Jones would have been the strongest. But nonetheless, still a very, very strong team. In terms of our opponents today, Arsenal, they've gone for David Ray in goal. And in the back four, I thought they may have gone for Calafiori, but he's not in the lineup. So they've gone for Lewis Kelly, Kyrgios at centre back, Saliba, and Ben White, who has expected starts in this game. Then you've got Marino, Partey, and Odegaard. At top, you've got Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, and Trossard through the middle. So with Trossard leading the line, a bit more of a focal point up top. It's not been Marino who has chipped in with the goals. So I think they want someone to attack the line and try and be aggressive on the front foot, it appears. So still very, very strong team. So it should be a tasty encounter today. Hopefully it lives up to the bill. As I can see on the screen, Onslaught goes over to Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta says a few words there. Onslaught acknowledges it, but don't feel like there's any sort of the expression on Arsenal's face like, all right, mate, whatever, whatever. That's what it felt like because Arteta talks a lot of BS, doesn't he, in press conferences? So wouldn't really take him too seriously and not listen to a word he's got to say. So the formalities are done. The players are rounding up and having a few last words before kickoff. So it should be a good game. Looking forward to this one. Now, in terms of our fixtures today, let's quickly have a look. 'Cause I think there's been some surprise results in the Premier League today. See Trentson on the bench. I'm not sure what kind of response he got from the crowd. I can be honest, I think the best response is just to remain silent. Don't cheer him, don't boo him. Just kind of treat him like the invisible man, honestly. I don't think he deserves that attention. But that's just my opinion there. Now, in terms of today's results, Newcastle beat Chelsea 2-0. So that puts them in first place, I believe. Manchester United, surprise, surprise, lost to West Ham, 2-0 to the Hammers. And this one's a surprise. Forest drawing 2-2 against Leicester City. Nah, I don't know if that completely rules them out for top four, but it definitely puts them down the pecking order. In fact, they've actually dropped to seventh with 62 points. The points gap's still 3 points, but the thing is, everyone else is gathering points or gathering wins more so to try and elevate themselves away from their competitors. It looks like Forest are dropping down the pecking order, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where they finish. I think seventh is not justified. I think they deserve to be a bit higher. I think they've had a fantastic season this year, so that's not what I would go with. And then you've got Tottenham, Crystal Palace beating Tottenham 2-0. That's an interesting one there. Um, and then we've got Liverpool versus Arsenal as the last fixture of match week 36. So the game has begun. It's underway. Well, they're Marino from our new right back, Conor Bradley. Now, if you're watching live, let me know what you think about the right back position. Who do you think should be our right back for next season? Now, there's of course strong rumors surrounding Jeremy Frimpong. I did a show about that yesterday, so if you missed it, make sure you do catch up with it on my channel. Very detailed conversation about Frimpong. I think he'd be a great signing for us, to be brutally honest. Um, I think he'll bring something different to what we have right now. So yeah, that would be the player that I'd go for, but we'll soon find out. Ozzy Kabak, which is a very nice guard of honor. Yes, it was. It's always a joyous moment to see guard of honor there. I'm not at her Arsenal players. From what happened in recent weeks in terms of the Champions League, but of course, being completely far off it in terms of the title race. So yeah, very nice one from Liverpool. Oh, what's going on there? Saka just had a shot there. He looked offside to me, so I don't think that was counted. Let's have a look. All of them were offside. Ah, they're all offside. Four players offside. Oh, what was Saka? He may not have been the offside. No, I don't think he was. Okay, that's a big opportunity there, isn't it? Nah, just didn't get his foot around the ball there. Arsenal seem to be a bit more on the front foot so far in the game, only 4 minutes in. Martinelli, I think it's Conor Bradley. There shouldn't be any pressure on Conor Bradley today, but if he produces a good performance, then I feel like that bodes him very well for next season. Whether he's first or second choice, he is going to be a mainstay in the first team squad. So I think today would be a good fixture for him to showcase his ability and let the Liverpool fans know, look, we'll be fine next year. We'll be fine next season without Trent. We've got him. We'll have another right back in due course as well. So I think that would be a good way to let the fans know that we'll be fine. You know, give them that sense of security for next season. I don't think us fans are too concerned about sort of the right back position. We're not thinking, oh, what are we going to do now? It's just a matter in terms of how Trent has conducted himself. That's what's disappointed many of us Liverpool fans. So still surprised he's actually on the bench. I would have been paying, not even had him in the squad. But bench is fine. Whether he plays or not, I doubt it. I wouldn't play him personally unless we need him. So was like beating on the ball there. Good defending there from Bradley. Goal kick to Liverpool. Also, unfortunately, due to Newcastle winning today, let's have a look at their league position. So they're third with 66 points. Ironically, they actually face Arsenal in their next fixture next weekend. If they get a draw or a win, I think they probably secured top four there. So yeah, I think if they get a point, the top four is definitely secured. Which you can't rule out, And I'll be honest with you, I know we want Isak and we were hoping Newcastle wouldn't get qualification because it reduces our chance of signing the striker. Not that it was a high ratio anyway. Oh, Robertson, the good cross there. Just Kelly unsure in terms of how to defend, but he put his body on the line there and got it done. But yeah, in terms of Isak, it probably reduces our chances of signing him this summer, unfortunately. Always going to be a difficult task to get him away from Newcastle just because of the money involved. Come on, Alisson. Poor clearance there from the keeper, but luckily for him, it ricocheted back towards his direction and he was able to catch the ball. So as it stands, it's Newcastle in third and Man City fourth. Chelsea, outside chance, but I think this will how it's finished. I thought Chelsea may have. Oh, what a ball from Jones to Salah. Salah to Luis Diaz. Ah, come on, Diaz. Should have buried that one. Oh, great piece of skill from Jones. Cheeky nutmeg there on Kiwior, I think that was. Kiwior? Ah, so was that? And it was controlling. That was a great chance there for Diaz. Should have buried it, in my opinion. Controlled it well enough. At first, it looked like it might be under his foot, but the ball was in front of him. That ball from Jones, beautiful ball from Jones. Honestly, the outside of his boot, controlled it. Nah, I should have scored. Should have scored. Made the right contact as well. Just hit it straight at the keeper. Needed to wrap his foot around a little bit more and try and hit that bottom corner. Should have done better there. But Liverpool had the best chance so far. I know Saka had one earlier on, but similar kind of as in close range for both players. But I think the Luis Diaz one was a bit more bread and butter. Front, you got a whole goal to aim at. Should have done better there, in my opinion. Excuse me. Ozan come back and said Lucho had to score there. I totally agree with you there. Had to score. Those kind of opportunities, bread and butter. You don't miss those, honestly. He controlled it and shot. With your top strikers, some of them just bang it in first time. So, I should have scored that. And it's one of those opportunities where he didn't need to hit with a lot of power. He just needed that technique to place it into the corner. Could have placed it. You know how you just pass the ball around the pitch? Could just place it into the goal. It didn't need a lethal shot. And he's so close to the goal. So he was probably around the 6 yard box. He was definitely ahead of the penalty spot. So yeah, he should have done better there for me, honestly. Unfortunately, this is probably why Luis Diaz gets, negative feedback from some quarters of the fan base. But yeah, totally agree with you. I should have scored in that position. So it goes like with the foul day, he's not had a great start so far. Looks frustrated, so he needs to stay calm and stay composed, just get it together. Oh, then come back says man shot it right at radar. He didn't even have to shift it. Yeah, it's straight aim, wasn't it? You're right. Spot on. And you know, with those type of shots, for example, if he like really hit it with power and it went really high, like you can beat the keeper in that position, like you just try and hit the roof of the net. But like you said, he's literally hit straight at the keeper. And people will say, "Oh, he's not a number nine." But look, I don't even care about you're an attacker, aren't you? So as a forward, you should be scoring those goals. So yeah, easy chance for me. I think he should have buried that one. Liverpool on the counter right now through Szoboszlai. Cody Gakpo on the left side. What can he do? I tries to go on his left foot. That's good defending from Saliba, to be fair. Made him go that direction, whereas, generally Gakpo would cut in and try and take a shot. You know one thing I'm not going to miss with having Trent in our team? Getting caught by Martinelli. Because that used to happen a lot, didn't it? So I'm not going to miss that. And I'll be honest with you, the Martinelli of like the last couple of years has been bang average. But against Liverpool, he used to always somehow just turn up. Maybe just seeing Trent for, yeah, I got him. I got his number. Good defending there from Robertson, but terrible pass. Give your to Martinelli. Because if Trent was playing right now, you'd have Konate literally on Martinelli right now, and then you'll have Trent inverted. So I do hope whoever is that new right back, we don't really play that inverted role. Like in some games, it kind of works because you need to try and add bodies into that midfield. But most times, your right back needs to be on the flank because you need that creativity from that side. And obviously, having a wide player, gives you the opportunity to stretch the team. You know, from back in the day, it will generally be the winger, but in the modern game, it's probably the fullback that gives you the width or the wing back, depending on how you're set up. And the wingers nowadays are a bit more inside forward, especially for Liverpool. We've always had players that are more inside forwards now. So you like your Salahs and Gakpo. Oh, someone's torn Odegaard's shirt there. He went from crew neck to V neck. So yeah, he needs to change that quick. Disappointed he didn't bring his camera in that Guard of Honor. That would have been nice, but yeah, maybe he just forgot his kit there. Allison on the ball. Allison seems a bit too casual today. Oh, Jones. That's a poor mistake, guys. Groundberg got forced to ground. Blo- Blocks the ball there. Groundberg pretty much saved Jones, but poor defending, guys. Honestly. I think the players are already thinking about Dubai because I believe that they're going there for some sort of training camp, I believe. So they already got their mind towards the sunny beach of Dubai, or I don't know. I don't blame them to be fair, but you know, we have to kind of make a statement today just because Arsenal were the closest team on paper to challenge us for the title. You can't let them get the win against us because that will give them that slight confidence into next season, thinking, "Oh, we beat the champions, and we'll be able to do it again." Because Arteta is not gonna not mention that. He's definitely gonna say that if they were to win today. So I don't want them to have any sort of positive feedback after they walk out of Anfield today. I want them to feel more misery this week. Why have they not asked Odegaard to change his shirt? They normally do that, don't they? Whether it's you've got blood or if your shirt is ripped, you have to tell the player to leave the pitch and change it. Odegaard a free kick, headed away by Bradley, but only as far as Robertson. Robertson's only Header just outside the box. Saka has it right now. Oh, the cat said, "What the F is Jones doing in our own box?" I don't know. Caught in two minds there. He had like 3, 4 players around him. You just need to release the ball. It just took too long. But yeah, I don't want to see him in that position again. All right. Diaz got the ball. He turns. Come on. In that moment there, Diaz just needed that one turn and then shoot first time. We're really lacking a killer in front of goal. It's just some of the games that we play, we just lack that quality in the 6 yard box. We really do. And that's crazy to say because we're champions, but I do feel like, we would have scored a lot more goals this season. Maybe some of the draws would have turned into wins if you had a more prolific striker. Robertson's been aggressive today. I like it. Not like last time where he was getting mugged off by Saka. Today he's been better. He's been tighter into his marking, and he's not let the young man get past him. So good on Robert. Couple wayward passes, but I'll let him off there. As long as you're defending properly, I'll be pleased. Salah, decent first touch there. Lewis Skelly forced to ground a little bit easy there, but free kick given to Arsenal. I'm not gonna lie, that Robertson grabbed Sacco by the neck there. Bit of WWE from Robertson. Probably watched Backlash last night. Got a bit of inspiration there. So yeah, Odegaard has changed his shirt now. About time. That was like 10 minutes ago. That should have been done. Little kid, Lewis Skelly, telling Salah to move out the way. You touched the ball there. You thought you tried the cheeky one, but you didn't realize we clocked. The arrogance, honestly. These kids nowadays. Good header from Bradley. Other comeback. Robbo grabbing Saka by the throat. Pause. Yeah, pause indeed. I was just saying that felt like it was a WWE move there. Probably Robertson was up watching Backlash last night or something because yeah, that's not really something you see on the football pitch. But yeah, it was good. But you know what? I want him to be more aggressive today because the last fixture we all know early in the season, like, he just let Saka go past him so easily. So I want him to be a bit more tighter in terms of his marking and make sure that be a bit aggressive, be a bit old school. Like let the person know that you're there. Don't let that winger try and you know do the nutmegs and try and twist you up and stuff. Like I don't want to see that today. So yeah, I'm all for it. Oh, good ball there from Robbo to Gakpo. Gakpo first time pass to Salah. No, you should have passed to Salah. Ah, poor decision making there from Gakpo. All he needed was to hit the outside of his boot towards Salah. First time Salah was onside. Oh, stop me from talking. Gakpo just hit the back of the net there. Great cross from Robbo. That's what we used to see Robbo doing. Lovely delivery there. I just saw Robertson say shush to someone. Maybe a private joke between his teammates there, but Gakpo, good header there. Find himself in a good position. And this is what I like about Gakpo as well. There's times where, like for example, I think he's made the error there to not pass to Salah first time round, but you didn't see his head down or anything like that. He kept on going. He looked a bit frustrated there, but he's like, "Do you know what? I need to move. I need to try and find myself in a good position." Great cross from Robertson. Inch perfect that was. And that header, bang. Beautiful goal. Poor marking from Arsenal's point of view. Kiro was acres away from Gakpo, but what a move there. Ozan Kabak agrees with me. What a cross by Robbo. What a finish. It was great cross by Robbo. Really pleased with that cross. He's had a strong performance so far in the opening 20 minutes. Liverpool take the lead. Szoboszlai! Luis Diaz with a tap in. Ozzy come out and said, let's open the floodgates, Ozzy. We've done it. Look at that. 2 goals in about a minute's time. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted today. A demolition. That's what I wanted to see from the Reds. Their heads are down. Look, I want 4 or 5 now, honestly. Diaz and Szoboszlai with the celebration there. Putting Arsenal to sleep. That's what they just did right there. So I'm all for it. I'm all for that. The ball from Salah, exquisite. Honestly. Good touch from Szoboszlai. Let's not underestimate that. That first touch was really good. Because you've seen players where if they've had a heavy touch there, that opportunity doesn't happen. Would that shot have gone in? Probably not. But, Diaz did what he had to do as a player that's playing up top today. Try and find yourselves in those goal scoring positions, and he did that exactly. So, great movement from Luis Diaz. He's got himself on the score sheet. What a start from Liverpool. The fans are in jubilant mood as they should be. I see balloons flying around the stadium. Gotta love it. The party style already looks like. Good tackle there from Szoboszlai. Oh, but Partey seems to get the ball. Marino with the shot, blocked by Van Dijk. Jones driving the ball on the counter. Diaz has it. Diaz to Salah. Come on. A lot of red bodies there. Oh, Jones, what can he do? He shoots. Oh, so close from Jones. Just missed the post there. Good turner shot there from Curtis. Touch. And a shot. Oh, that's so close. Oh, right, got a touch to that. Should be a corner kick. I didn't notice that at the time. It's a good save then. If it wasn't for right, it'd probably be 4-0 right now. There are 2 blocks today. So Bozlai with the corner kick. Straight at the keeper. Oh yeah, no Trent, no McAllister today, so Bozlai getting an opportunity to take set pieces, which is normally good at, to be fair, at Red Bull Leipzig. I used to watch him quite a bit. Very good at dead ball situations, so just shows you the wealth of quality we have in our squad. Robertson to Jones. Can Jones do? Jones to Szoboszlai. Diaz, hey. Tries to produce a left foot cross there. End up being a shot. If that had gone in, that would have been hilarious. But I did have David Raya peddling. He did look a little bit concerned as you would be in that situation. Don't want to get embarrassed by a cross shot. So yeah, luckily for him, it didn't hit the back of the net. Ozzy says, I need the lads to keep their foot on the grass. Me too. I think for this half, just keep going. Go 100 miles per hour. Try and get as many goals as possible. And then second half, if you want to manage the game a bit better, playing with a bit more of a slow, composed sort of tempo, I'm all for it. That's fine as well. But let's try and use our lead right now to our advantage. Let's use the momentum correctly and try and increase the scoreline. Because we can do the damage in the first half, and in the second half we can, we can rotate a little bit. We can bring some subs on off the bench. If you've got like a 3-4 lead before the second half, then you're able to do that. So I totally agree. We can't just manage the game slowly now. We've got to keep going because they're shell shocked right now. They're not going to play to their strengths. So let's keep going. Let's not go easy on them. Let's show them what we're about. Gakpo, good run there. Fouled by Thomas Partey. Free kick to Liverpool. This is Szoboszlai range, if I'm being honest. So I'd love for this to be a Szoboszlai goal from the free kick. Let's see what we can do. Robertson's taking. This is Szoboszlai range, if I'm being honest with you. Looks like he's gonna go for a cross. Got Konate, Van Dijk up there as well. Robertson with the free kick. Oh, I thought Konate got a touch on that, he missed it. Trossard needs to clear that, while there'll be a corner to Liverpool. He does well to get to Martinelli. Arsenal on the counter. But that using his pace. He's not slow, It's just that he doesn't need to use his pace when he plays. An excellent read of the game. Partey. Also, chat, let me know, is this rumor about Zuman true? I was reading earlier today that he could be joining Arsenal. So I'm gonna have a little quick look. Apparently, there's a verbal agreement. Of course, there's no real sort of reliable source of suggestion that he's joining, but as it stands, it looks like he could be joining. So he's fed up of the mountains in terms of where he lives, right? Okay. He wants to swap the mountains for the pigeons in London or something like that. Fair play. There you go. Clearance there from Konate. So he's leaving the mountain Saint Sebastian to move over to North London. Yeah, well done to him. Oh, Saka's on the ball. He shoots. Hits it over the bar. I'll be honest with you, like I'm not even just trying to sound petty. I wouldn't even have targeted Zubimendi for this summer anyway. I think that ship has sailed, and for a couple of reasons. Of course, in terms of the way that move wasn't materialized last season, it leaves a bad taste for Liverpool fans, and also I think we've gone past having that sort of player. I think we will still sign a player that shares his qualities, but I think someone that still is imposing. Hold on, Conor Bradley to Diaz. Diaz again. That was a good cross from Conor Bradley. Great run from the right back. But in terms of the shot, it just went through Diaz's leg. Diaz has got to do better. He should have had a hat trick by now. Konate, something that I feel like has gone slightly under the radar. Konate's passing has really improved as well. Look at that run from Konate. Very Matip-esque. He's onside, Conor Bradley. 100% onside. Lovely free ball. Because I would say a lot of fans would suggest that his ball playing ability is not of the highest quality, but I feel like he's really improved this season. There's so many times where he's driving the ball, but his passing range, in terms of long and short passes, he's really done much better this season, in my opinion. So, another player in terms of his future, Konate, we need to make sure we get him on that contract extension because my fear is that if we don't offer him a contract, we might cash in on him this summer because he's got 1 year remaining. We don't want a repeat of what's happened with Trent Alexander-Arnold. So if the player isn't happy to extend his contract because it has been tabled, I remember him doing a press conference a few months ago for one of our Champions League games, and he said that contract has been tabled, but he's just not accepted it as of yet. So maybe at that time he was waiting for the other players in terms of Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent in terms of what they're doing. So I think, my personal opinion, if I had to make a prediction, I think he does sign a new contract in the coming months. Um, the strongest team that's been linked to him is PSG and Real Madrid. Now, if he goes to Real Madrid, you know, the guy's gonna have to do what he's been doing at Liverpool, covering for Trent as always. So I don't think he'd be excited about that prospect. PSG, there's a bit of sentiment around it. It's his hometown club, back to France. So they are a team that's on the up. In my opinion, I think they will probably win the Champions League against Inter Milan. I'm not just saying that because they beat us. I think they've been the by far better team in Europe this season. So it's an exciting project for a player to join the French club. So we'll see. But I really hope, we're not signing a Hoyson or someone of that ilk to replace Konate. I want that player to be added to the squad. So we'll find out. Once the season concludes, we'll have a clearer picture in terms of what the future holds for some of our players, the likes of Diaz, another player that wants to, you know, be presented with a better terms on his contract. Odegaard to Partey, what's he trying to do? Liverpool defending really well in numbers right now. Good block there from Konate, but only as far as Martinelli. Like Conor Bradley. When he falls to the ground, I get worried straight. I feel like he gets injured a bit far too often. Should be fine. Wasn't a strong tackle. Yeah, routine tackle. Come on, lad. Get up. Keep it moving. Let's go. Foul on the ball. Ooh, that's going to be the perfect pass for Diaz, but Kyo read the play there. Lewis Skelly. I'll get up, Lewis Skelly. What an idiot. He knew what he was doing there. Any little nudge and he was always going to fall to ground, but come on. Trent's having a warm up. Unfortunately, I don't have my headphones, my volume's low, so I don't know what the reception's like, but it doesn't seem to be cheers or any claps around the stadium. Good clearance there from Szoboszlai. Here we are. Tries a cross there, but ricochets off Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai the block. Wasn't able to do it, but Liverpool still had possession of the ball through Gakpo. Gakpo pushed the ball up top. One of the best of passes, to be fair. He's having to play left back now due to that error. Odegaard. Excuse me. Turn from Diaz. I'll let Partey today. I know they've got a history. There was that game where, of course, Diaz got injured as well. But come on now. If I was Diaz, I'd put one on Partey today. Honestly, there's a cheeky tackle on Partey and to put some studs on him. Not very ethical, but looks like Diaz is bleeding as well. Oh, it's a nosebleed. That's a strange one. I think he must have banged his nose as he went to ground. Oh, then come back and says, "How does Partey get away with so much fouling?" I don't know. I think the way he fouls, it's like it's not done in like a malicious or aggressive manner. But we know it's like it's a poor tackle and stuff. So might just be the manner in terms of how he does those fouls. If someone's gone flying in, then it looks a lot worse than what it probably is. So as I was saying earlier on, I feel like Diaz needs to clamp him one, at some point in this game. Let's have a look at the goal. Lovely cross from Robert and great header from Gakpo. Those headers aren't easy because you've got to measure the power on it as well. So was like good touch. I would say if that was going to go and go, but you can't take a risk because Diaz had defender right behind him, so he had to slide in and score that tap in there. Great start from Liverpool. I'd like us to get one more before halftime. It will be a good sort of safety blanket for us. 3-0 up, and maybe start making some changes as well. So Allison set to take the free kick. Ozzie Van Dijk. Van Dijk, nice long ball up top. Suppose like suppose like controlled it there. Luis Diaz looks like he's ready to step back to the pitch. Is he on? Nice. Yes, he is. He's on now. Martinelli. To Marino, good tackle from Lucho. There you go. Show that aggression. Canate. Nice pass to Lucho. Hey, Lucho. Wasn't able to maneuver the pass there, falls to ground. Conor Bradley's looked very assured today as well. I really hope Trent doesn't get onto the pitch. I'm not trying to be petty. I don't want to see him in a Liverpool shirt at all now. Goes was like, keep going, keep going. There we go. He's managed to claim the ball. Lovely pass for Salah. Good idea. But I think quite predictable as well in terms of, him finding Salah, but also the ball, you know, the keeper would have seen that coming and made his strides before the ball was even, hit towards Salah there. So easy catch there for Ray in the end. Arsenal have been so ineffective today, haven't they? Honestly, you've had Saka, who's only had a couple shots, but other than that, our fullbacks have been very good today. They've made sure there's nothing coming from the flanks. And up top, Trossard's had some touches here and there around the box, but not really been a goal threat. Good tackle from Konate on Trossard. Nah, that was fairly done. Can't complain about that. Luis Diaz to Salah. Decent ball. Thought it was slightly overhit, but Salah still has it. Lovely pass with the outside his boot towards Jones. Jones unable to make any contact and falls to the ground. Liverpool in control right now. Not feeling the pressure from the opponent today. Not quite a walk in the park, but it feels like it's light work so far. Donate to Jones. Nice touch from Jones. Jones to Salah. Salah against Lewis Skelly. Nutmegs him. Oh, come on now. He was blocked. And gave him a booking. Thank you, referee. You know how to do your job now. Well done. Right, free kick to the Reds. 43 minutes played. Let's see what we can do. Can we make it 3-0 before half time? Let's hope so. Salah the cross shot. I think that was. Odegaard with a turn. Good tackle from Gravenberch. Oh, another foul from Partey. Surprise, surprise. He's clumsy with his tackles, honestly. Jones. That's a long walk top. Good touch from Bradley. Salah controls it. Back to Bradley. Bradley, what can you do? Maybe he needs he should have passed it back. Was he offside? Oh, okay. 3 minutes of stoppage time added. Saliba. The funny thing about Arsenal's sort of defensive situation where, Saliba gets all the plaudits, doesn't he, amongst Arsenal fans that he's the best, he's better than Van Dijk, apparently. But since Gabriel's been injured, they've fallen to pieces, and the defense doesn't look as assured as it was previously when Gabriel was in the lineup. So, what does that tell you? Saliba is not the defender that Arsenal fans try to portray. In fact, you probably argue to say Gabriel is probably the better defender, the leader, and the rock in that defense. So, the cheek of people saying he's better than Van Dijk, honestly. Got a lot of deluded fans nowadays in this sort of modern day. It gets a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Lewis Skelly again grabbing up on Salah there, but nothing happens. So I just needs to just one little elbow to his head. You can probably tell I'm a bit aggressive because that's how I used to play. But sometimes you got to show someone, that you're there. Or if you're trying to take the mic, don't let them mug you off. Give your long walk top towards Martinelli. Was he onside? It looked off, but play continues. Cleared away by Van Dijk. No. It's a throw in to Arsenal. They've got a minute left. And they're going to create a last minute chance here. Doesn't look like it. They've just lost the ball. Liverpool with the throw in. Quick one towards Groundberg. Groundberg through ball to Diaz. Diaz to Salah. Salah through on goal. Groundberg. Foul in the box. No, I don't think that's a foul. I think he just lost his balance there. It's a corner kick. Yes, it is. What's Salah's goal tally today? Is it? It's 29, I believe, right? Let me quickly have a look. It's 28 right now, so love for him to get 30 before the season concludes. And to the assists, he's already got 18 assists. 28 goals, 18 assists. Sensational season from the Egyptian king. Corner kick taken. Oh, Konate with the header. Too much power in the end, unfortunately. Ozwrld says took the foot off the gas in the final 15 minutes. Yeah, we did. Which, yeah, I was slightly disappointed. I feel like the momentum was there for us to get that third goal, and that could have wrapped up the game. But, it is what it is. That's halftime. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 0. Liverpool with a fantastic start to the game. Created some early chances, but Gakpo opened the scoreline for us with a header. Great cross from Robbo in that moment there. And then Diaz got a tap in through Szoboszlai's work around the box. And then, he had another chance, to be fair, to get onto the score. She probably should have got a hat trick, if I'm being honest with you, in regards to Luis Diaz. But it's a positive start from Liverpool. The Arsenal team look a bit shell-shocked right now and don't look like they're up for the challenge, let's be brutally honest. So I hope Liverpool continue to be on the front foot and increase the goal line or the goals tally as the game goes on. So what I'll do now, I'll take a short break. Once I return, we'll have a look at the bench and see, who could be potential options that can come onto the pitch and hopefully help Liverpool increase the goals today. So yeah, get yourself a snack or drink as well, and I'll be with you guys very, very shortly. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the second half of our live watch along between Liverpool and Arsenal. So, as promised, I mentioned we'll have a chat about our bench and see what options are available and see who I think is likely to make an appearance today. So, let's bring up the lineup for you guys and we can talk it through. Let's go. So, in terms of, we don't care about Arsenal. In terms of Liverpool, we've got Endo, Nunes, McAllister, Harvey Elliott, Diogo Jota, Simicas, Kelleher, Trent, and Kwanzaa. So I think in terms of the play that performed today, I think everyone's put in a shift. I wouldn't say anyone's been below par. Alisson's been decent. He's looked a bit too casual in terms of his distribution, and you know, when you're too casual, you can be a bit more slower to release the ball. But he's not put us in a difficult position or anything like that. So Alisson's been decent today. Conor Bradley's been really solid. Only question marks will be with regards to his fitness. Is he able to play the full 90 minutes? I don't think he will be. So with that said, maybe Kwanzaa can come on the pitch and replace Conor Bradley for right back. I'm not seeing Trent Alexander-Arnold today. I don't want to see that. So if he does come on, I'm intrigued to see what the reception is going to be. I feel like it's going to be mixed, but we'll see if that occurs. Konate Van Dijk have been solid today. Robertson's been very solid. So maybe Simicast gets a bit of a run out, but I'll reserve that as I review the other areas of the team. Brownberg's been all right. Jones has shown good phases. He just had that one error where found himself inside our defensive box, tried to release the ball, and it just took far too long to do that. And then you've got Salah. Salah's been active. Szoboszlai had a frustrating start, but got better as the game went on. Gakpo's been decent and Diaz as well. So in terms of the bench, I would probably bring on Endo at some point to maybe replace Gravenberg. I'd bring on McAllister for Jones. I'd bring on Jota for Luis Diaz because I think Luis Diaz has had quite a few chances, not been prolific. Not that Jota has been either, but maybe a different, striker onto pitch can maybe change the fortune of the performance today. And plus, Jota likes to score a goal or two against Arsenal, so I think he might get onto the score sheet if he does manage to get on. So for me, Jota to replace Diaz, and then I'd go with Kwanzaa to replace Conor Bradley. So that leaves one position in terms of substitutions. For me, Trent's not an option. Simicast, maybe Kelleher. Of course, I need the goalkeeper right now unless there's an injury. That's between Harvey Elliott or Darwin Núñez. I'd go for Harvey Elliott, like substitution for Szoboszlai. That's what I would go with. So those are my 5 substitutions. As I'm speaking right now, I just saw Trent kicking a ball on the pitch. So I hope that's not indicating that he's coming on because for me that would not bode well. But we're currently in an ad break right now, so I'm waiting patiently to see what happens in the second half. But so far, so good. I think we've been very strong in terms of how we've played today. I think we could have been more clinical. I think the scoreline should probably be about 4-5 nil, if I'm being brutally honest. So let's see. Hopefully, we can create some more chances and extend the lead further. Right now, I can see the players are ready for kickoff. Just trying to see if there's been any changes in the lineup. I can't see if there is. I don't think there is, to be fair. Okay, second half has begun now. So it looks like it's the same lineup. I see Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Groundbeck playing in the sixth role right now. Jones is still there. Of course, he's just taking kickoff. So I suppose Gakpo and yeah, Diaz is pressing right now. So no changes for Liverpool at the minute. Arsenal look like they pretty much kept the same lineup as well. So yeah, Marino, Odegaard, Partey, and yeah, Trossard, Martinelli, Saka still playing right now. So no. Is that Lewis Skelly? Oh, poor tackle there from Bradley. But luckily for Bradley, Van Dijk is there to help him out and make that crucial block. Groundback, lucky the ricochet there, but that free ball wasn't great. Should have played a bit long there. Trossard on the left hand side up against Bradley. Oh, come on, guys. That was too easy. Conor Bradley, position was all wrong there in terms of that one-on-one defending there. And then the cross, easy for Trossard and Martinelli to score a header. Yeah, I'm disappointed with that one. Look, Conor Bradley, just too lackluster there. No pressure on the attacker whatsoever. And you have to question Konate's marking there as well because it was his man. And Martinelli just finds himself in acres of space. All he had to do was guide it into the corner. And he does that perfectly well. So that's disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Ozwrld come out says FFS still asleep after the halftime tea. Looks like it. It's quite disappointing to be fair. I wasn't even like Arsenal came, in the second half aggressive or anything like that. They were just keeping possession of the ball. Bradley for me just didn't show any urgency in trying to make a tackle there. And Konate, poor positioning, left his man with acres of space, and yeah, all he had to do was guide it. He didn't really have to apply a lot of power onto that header because in terms of Alice's position, he was quite closer to the near post. So he just had to guide it to the other corner, and yeah, he got in the end. So that's disappointing for me. Not deserved in my opinion because Liverpool were by far the stronger team in the first half. So yeah, as you mentioned, Ozan come back. It's pretty much Liverpool still asleep, and that's annoying. That's annoying. But we move. Still got the rest of the second half to rectify that. Hopefully, Liverpool get their act together and don't get complacent now because I need a win today. I'm not here for a draw. I don't want us, you know, giving Arsenal fans any sort of joy or anything to talk about today. So let's make sure we don't concede another. Ben White with the cross. Conor Bradley does better there with the header. Salah keeps it in play. And this is my thing with Conor Bradley as well. Like, I've made this assessment throughout the season, and I still stick by it, only because I haven't seen improvement in his game. I feel like he's a good player, but I don't think he's ready to be our first choice right back. I think he's too inexperienced. I feel like there's areas of his game where he needs to improve. Ironically, I don't think he's the best of defenders. He's better than Trent, yes, but there's still areas of his game where I feel like he needs to improve, like one-on-one duels. This goal that's just been conceded is pure evidence of that. He gave Trossard too much time on the ball. He should have been aggressive, trying to nick the ball off him a lot earlier. Trossard was on the ball for about 5 seconds before he hit that cross. So for me, he needs to do much better in those situations. And I 100% believe we need to sign another right back this summer. And Conor Bradley will get game time. It's not that me saying that, oh, he's going to be, left out in the cold. He's not going to get any game time. He'll be actively involved. It's just that he's not going to be the starter, in my opinion. Some games he will be, but if you're writing your strongest 11 on paper, for me, Conor Bradley should not be at right back. But he's still a very, very important member of the team. And I think he'll definitely play his part next season. But I feel like we need to sign one more right back to challenge him and to help him improve, but also, provide him with the aid of not feeling the pressure to replace Trent, because that is going to be a bit of a burden on the young player as well. Of course, coming through the ranks at Liverpool. Oof, Trossard. Return the shot there over the bar, but they've got a bit of a taste for goal now because they got the goal in the opening minutes of the second half. So they want another one. So we've got to make sure we shut shop and make sure we don't give them any chances from now on. Because that was easy as well. Very unlikely for the striker to score in that manner because he pretty much had his back towards the goal. Good control from Gakpo. Odegaard tries the through ball, couldn't do it. Szoboszlai, lovely through ball from Szoboszlai to Mohamed Salah. Instinctive pass there. Salah cuts in. Now he needs to shoot. Ah, too much from Salah with that through ball. Should have shot there. He found himself in a good position. Just needed to wrap his foot around that ball and shoot it towards the corner. Went for the reverse pass. I mean, wrong option there. Parting with the through ball that has zero speed whatsoever. Probably 0.5 miles per hour there. Robertson with the shot. Whew. You don't see those that often. Him scoring from that kind of range or any range. Not really much of a goal scorer. Arsenal still holding possession right now. Liverpool haven't really got a grip in the second half. Jones through ball to Robertson. Robertson to Salah. Del Raya with the diving save there. I think we'll have to make some substitutions soon. It feels like some of the players aren't up for it or they don't have that energy right now. So some fresh faces on the pitch will do us good, I think. Definitely a centre midfielder to come on, in my opinion. Oh, Ben White, the shot there. Allison just about saved that one. It wasn't the greatest of shots, but because it was a low shot, it looked like it could have creeped under Allison there. So it did enough to pay away. Also, come back says the lads are way too relaxed right now. They are. That's why I feel like maybe some substitution will be wise to do in the next few minutes. Because the subs will want to come on and you know have a good impression on the team, show a bit of urgency in their players well, because that's the impact that you expect your subs to do. So maybe we've got to switch it up now because yeah, we're not playing with any tempo right now. We're very lackluster. We're in holiday mode right now, and it's all good and well if we didn't concede and we're just playing the ball like we are right now. But to see that go in the first few minutes, yeah, that's annoying. So hopefully we make some substitutions soon. Szoboszlai to Jones to Gakpo. Gakpo drives the ball. Paul is going to square it to Diaz there. Szoboszlai the shot. Oh, great effort there. He's capable of that. He needs to do that a lot more, in my opinion. Definitely got Ray worried there. Straight at him. If it was in the corner, that would definitely rattle the back of the net. Party on the ball for Arsenal. We're not even pressing. Party had like plenty of time to release the ball there. Oh, error there from Szoboszlai, but luckily the ball was blocked by Partey and leads into Alisson's path. In terms of substitutions, the players that I would bring on in the next few minutes, I think bring on McAllister. We need a bit more control in midfield, maybe someone that sets the tempo because right now it's not working. So maybe substitute him for Gravenberch. That'd be the change that I'd make. And then if Conor Bradley's lacking fitness right now, maybe bring in Konsa for Conor Bradley. So I'll make those two substitutions in the next 2-3 minutes on the hour mark. And then probably like 5-10 minutes later, bring on the likes of Jota, Elliott, and then Endo towards the latter stage of the game. So two substitutions, then another two, and then one before the game concludes. Robertson, please make that clearance. Oh my gosh, that was so dangerous. Ground back, poor pass there. So yeah, ground back for McAllister and Quansah on for Conor Bradley. I think that needs to be done. We need a bit more control at midfield. We're lacking it right now. Ben White the cross. Come on, Bradley. Get tight on him. Just use Lewis Skelly as an example because this guy's pretty much been hugging Salah throughout the whole game. Hasn't given him any space. Of course, Salah has, got past him quite a few times, but you know, from a standing position, he's been very tight on the winger. So that's something Conor Bradley needs to add to his game. Don't give too much space or respect to the winger. Be aggressive and make sure you're in their face as well. I'm not even saying to like dive in with your tackles, just be aggressive. Yeah, kind of like that, but just don't foul. A bit overly aggressive there, and he's end up picking up a yellow. So maybe my advice didn't work there. Just got a comment here from Graham. Big up, Graham. Says, "Come on, Reds, wake up." Yeah, wake up indeed. Still half asleep right now. It's champions. made ready to come onto the pitch? I hope not. I wouldn't bring him on. I won't be giving him a round of applause either. Call me petty, but I don't think he warrants that. Well, Costa. Oh, I thought I was going in. Martinelli with a snapshot there from the free kick. Addison does really well to make that block because I don't think his vision was clear there. It was definitely obstructed with the number of bodies in front of him. Good instinctive save there from the Brazilian keeper. Allison to Granberg. Just about made that pass. It did look like a good pass at first. Kanate, long ball towards Gakpo. But Saliba reads that play there. Excuse me. Arsenal should not be in this game right now. Honestly, the way we played in the first half, they're competing now, which shouldn't have been the case. Good header there from Conor Bradley. That was definitely needed. Szoboszlai, indecisive with the pass there. Lewis Skelly has been a nuisance today, honestly. Styles needs to be a bit more aggressive now. Or just be a bit smart in terms of how you maneuver around a player that wants to, pretty much be in touching distance with you. Give him that little space. And then you can kind of nudge him out of the way because I'm sure Salah is a lot stronger than Lewis Skelly. So just got to be smart and don't fall for the trap of, getting involved in those sort of tangles with the fullback there. Odegaard. Free ball to Martinelli. Good block there from Conor Bradley. Don't think he got anything on the board there, so I'm intrigued to see what happens now. Let's have a look from this angle. Oh, he just about gets a touch there. Good pressure and good block there from Conor Bradley. Read the play there really well. Oh God, we are seeing Trent Alexander-Arnold coming onto the pitch. I'm just gonna put my thing on mute. I'll be back up. I need to hear the reception now. He's not come on yet, but it looks like it'll be McAllister, Nunes, and Aye. Oh my God, Saliba almost equalised for Arsenal there. What did he miss? It's the big one. He was literally 1 yard out. I think Kanate was an imposing figure on the goal line. But let's have a look at the replay. Good play from Saka, lucky with the cross. It was the pressure of Kanate that Didn't help. Oh, he actually touched Konate, so should be a corner kick for Arsenal. They may have been offside beforehand, so that's why Liverpool have the free kick. McAllister is coming on to replace Cody Gakpo. Won't be like for like. You'll probably see a switch somewhere else. And Jones is already making his way towards the bench, and I'm already hearing boos in the background. It was more boos than cheers, wasn't it? So yeah, fully got more boos serenading, and then towards the end you had some sections, applauding the player on. So it was always going to be split, but I think the general sort of the general reception was always going to be boos. And I'm in that same camp, so I'm not going to say fans are wrong. And to be fair, I can't really tell how fans should feel. We're entitled to feel how we feel, but yeah, if I was in the crowd, I'd definitely boo him. But we've got Nunes coming on now, so he will be playing up top. You've got Luis Diaz shifting to the left wing, and then you've got McAllister replacing Jones like for like, and then you've got Trent replacing Conor Bradley like for like as well. So 3 players on. Trent has 4 assists more than Robertson, so with Trent leaving now, Robertson will be able to hopefully overtake that tally next season. Nunes with a turn, tried to find Diaz there, but wasn't able to do so. Odegaard to Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly playing a little bit more central right now. Good pressing there from McAllister, making his presence known right away as he's just come onto the pitch. Just gets ahead of McAllister there. Odegaard through to Martinelli, but Trent followed the run up there, made sure the left winger didn't get anything onto the ball. Trent's on the ball. He's getting the boos. Really interesting to see what he says about that reception. Oh my God! It's a goal. Bloody hell. Liverpool players suggesting it's offside. I don't think it. I think it's a goal. Lethal shot there from Odegaard. Alisson makes a great save initially, hits onto the post, but it rebounds back onto the pitch, and then you got Marino heading it into the empty goal. But is he in offside position? That's what we need to check now. Lethal shot. No, he's onside. Trent's played him on. No, it's a goal. God's sake. Yeah, it looked like he just saw the ball late and he reacted with the save. It's a good save, but it's just unlucky that it's hit onto the post and come back to the 6-yard box. And yeah, open goal there for the midfielder. Jose Kabak, echoing what I've just said. Trent playing him onside. Yeah, Trent played him offside. If you put Trent out the picture and it was Konate, I think it would have been offside. Let's have a look at it. Oh, but they're looking at Trent, so yeah, Trent's playing him onside. So yeah, that's the impact he has on the pitch, I guess. I was going to say I don't think it was a good idea to sub in Trent. I didn't mention his name at all, and that wasn't me just being paid. I don't think it was needed at the time, so I would have gone for Quans to just have a defensive-minded player on that right hand side. Um, but yeah, I agree with you. And you've also said that his head is not in the game. It's not. It can't be. Like he's just come onto the pitch and he's getting booed by his own people. Like despite whatever decision he's made, mentally for a player like that, it kind of puts you off him. Like bloody hell, what? I know I've made a decision, but that's a bit like I don't think he was expecting that, to be honest with you. But I want to say that's the reason why that goal happened. It's just that positionally, he's kept him on side and it's cost us now. So it's 2-2 now. They should not be in this game. It should not be an equal score. But we've been poor in the second half. It's been a game of two halves right now, to be fair. We're a long walk top towards Saka. Referee says no foul. Play continues. Robertson to ground back. Trent with the pass to Darwin Nunes, and bloody hell, what kind of first touch was that from Darwin Nunes? Good ball from Trent, but that touch, that is such an ugly touch. How can you touch the ball so heavy like that? No, that's because it wasn't like the pass was hit with whip. It wasn't like a crazy, pass with a lot of pace on it. Like you could have easily cushioned that pass it, but Darwin Núñez has an awful first touch anyway, so I shouldn't be hugely surprised. But it's the reason why I've said that we need to sell him this summer. Partey, nice flick there from Darwin Núñez to McAllister. Diaz attacking that left side. What can he do? Tries to find Salah. Salah. Why do you have to find Salah in that? That was the last pass there. You had Darwin Núñez, you had another player in the middle of the box. Try and find that person. You've gone for the wrong option. Like you should be crossing into the box. You've actually crossed it where the player was outside the box. Doesn't make sense. Going back with the shot. Oh, just missed the post there. I thought I was going top bins. A bit off balance there. Otherwise, had he been in control of himself there, he could have curled it into the top bin and in that slicing a little bit. Can't believe it's 2-2. Honestly, it's not deserved. I was the comment said Mo Salah just dribbles the ball into defensive pass yet again. In that moment, it shouldn't have come to Salah because he was on the far side. He had to come in because of Luis Diaz's pass. And when he's in that position, like he's not really got the angle to execute a shot there. So yeah, that was the bad option there. Next year as well, of course, hopefully when we sign a top striker, we've got to start doing that where everything needs to go to Salah. We need to try and trust the forwards as well, because that's going to be our focal point. We don't have a focal point in this team, in my opinion. I know we've got Nunes, but he's poor in terms of the output and the quality that he brings to the pitch. So for me, we need to be much better. Arteta looks like he's bringing on Calafiori, so a defensive inclusion to the team, and looks like that's Tierney as well. So yeah, they're definitely trying to hold out for a point, which just shows you his mentality as a coach. You were trailing and you've made it 2-2 now. Now, if I was a coach, I'd try and get that third goal because Liverpool probably, you know, I don't say rattled. That's probably a strong word, but Liverpool aren't in a positive light right now. And then you can take advantage because you've just got 2 goals. You've got the momentum, so you should be going full on and try to get the winner. That's what I would do if I was an Arsenal coach, but that's not the case. And maybe missed a trick in the book there. But I see Joe Jota replacing Luis Diaz. So does that mean Nunes on the left or Jota? I think it'll probably be, I'd put Nunes on the left. Um, uses raw speed on the flank and have Jota leading the line. At least he's better in front of goal for me. So let's see. Let's see how the team sets up. That is how it is appearing, so which is good, I guess. Actually, no, it looks like Jota's playing more as a number 10. News with the shot! Just goes wide. Szoboszlai was fouled there by Marino. And he gets a second yellow and he's sent off. Definite foul on Szoboszlai. That was a dirty one. He thought it was slide because he fell to ground as well. So watch this. He actually did 2 fouls there. So the Szoboszlai one 100% was the foul. This one he probably got lucky. Lucky with that one. Like that's still a foul. But this one, he clamped him. Referee's right there as well. There's transfer advantage, but yeah, Nunes ain't scoring. So red card for the Spanish midfielder. Arsenal down to 10 men. Free kick for Liverpool. So hopefully we can capitalize in this moment. Why does he look so surprised? knew what he was doing. He made an error. You lost the ball. You tried to clamp one man, couldn't get him, so you tried to clamp the other one. So yeah, you had your chance to rectify it. Like yeah, Trent is gonna take this free kick. Now imagine if he scores. Do we cheer or do we stay silent? Let him score, then we'll see the outcome. Forget my reaction. What would the crowd reaction be? I'd probably still stay silent. But let's see. Having said that, if he scores this one, I'll probably for me, support Liverpool. I don't support Trent. So if he scores, I'll clap for him. Trent with the free kick. Oh, that's so close. Good effort. Let's see how close it was from the angle. Oh, it's a great angle here. Ah, just go the other way. But it was a decent effort though. Good height. Just too much spin in the shot in the end. Other than Kabak says, "Pro, we're not player FC here. We support a club 100%." I was being cheeky there to say I'll stay silent, but for me, I if the guy scores, I'm clapping because my team has scored and they're winning. So yeah, despite what issues we have with Trent, you're 100% right, Oz and Kabak. It is the team that we support. It's not the player. So he's put on the shirt now. He's playing. He's not my out. I probably would have wanted him to have played today, but he's there, so he gets our support. Simple as that. Salah on the ball right now. Okay, extra touch there. He still has the ball, which is fine. What can he do? No, no, no. Trent wasn't the right option there. I think maybe he should have dinked it towards the Boslike there. He was in a good position. Robertson the cross. Bloody hell, that's a terrible cross. Better less said the better there. Javier is coming on for Gravenberg. Okay, that means we're going for we're going 4-2-4. I think it'll be. So let's see how it goes. Oh boy, Elliot is on the pitch now. Rare with the goal kick. Good touch from McAllister. Jota driving the ball. Szoboszlai finds Szoboszlai. He shoots. Drags it wide. I think Szoboszlai would have been in a better position, but obviously Szoboszlai would have had to apply a low cross. But Nunes, even though he was making the more advanced run, uh, I don't mean to, but it was a bit of a headless run. He was just going full flow, and if he was to receive the ball, the way he ran diagonally, I don't think he would have had the awareness to have the exquisite first touch and then shot. He probably would have gone under him or hit his leg and then goes away for a goal kick. So these are the things that we really need to adjust this next window that's coming up, because a top striker wouldn't just make that run like that in a aggressive manner. It would be a run where the body positioning is so important, because you need to make sure that you're in the right place to receive that ball. Salah showing good strength there, but unable to find the shot. Free kick to Arsenal. 85 minutes played. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. 5 minutes remaining plus stoppage time. So we'll see what entails in the last moments of the game. And die with the header. Trent with the clearance. Not bad ball in the end. But Raya off his line reads the play well. Kanativ. Not the best of headers there. Okay. Allison with a quick throw to Robertson. Driving the ball on the left-hand side. Through to Nunes. Oh, for God's sake. Are you offside? How could the guy be offside in that position? Nah. I'm so done with Darwin Nunes. And if you're a Nunes fan, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm done with him. He's been such a big failure at our club. And to think we spent big bucks on him as well. Yeah, one of our recent flops. I said we haven't had any flop signings in recent years, especially under Klopp, and then of course with Slot now. But he's probably up there with like the navigators, honestly, and the Ben Davis and the artists. Those kind of names spring to mind. Arsenal making a final change. Looks like with Zinchenko coming onto the pitch. He's replacing Saka. This guy really wants to get this point, doesn't he? Oh, it's Zinchenko right wing, yeah. Let's see where he plays. Nice Trent. Nice touch from McAllister. Really? That was not a good pass, Harvey. That was a simple pass now. Good interception from Van Dijk. So was that foul there? Oh, no, not given. Nah, it was definitely foul there. It was pushed from behind. Good header from Robbo. Darwin is good first touch finally. Giants with the ball. Finds Szoboszlai. Shoot! Oh, unlucky. Salah. Good cross. Go on! Drop in! Oh my God. How did he miss that? Rare get up. Like, how are you getting cramp as a goalkeeper? Oh, Robbo. How did you miss that? Nah, Robbo. That's so poor. Oh, man. That should have been the winner right there. What's the comeback? Robertson has zero shooting attributes. He really does. Really does. It's so shocking as to why that is. That wasn't even like a shot where you gotta have pure technique. You just had to place it into the goal. Like I'm not expecting him to blaze it like John Allen Russo used to do back in the day. Like just place it into the goal. Simple technique there. Oh, that's poor. Ozzie comeback says, "Man can cross the ball but can't hit the target shot." It make it make sense. Honestly, make it make sense. Use your crossing technique in that situation. There, like, come on, like you got to score. It's crazy. Elliot to Robbo. McAllister to Trent. Trent to Salah. Harvey Elliott. Go on, Harvey Elliott, shoot. That got a deflection, I think. Yeah, corner kick. That was definitely Harvey Elliott range there. Oh, there wasn't a touch, was there? Oh, I thought it got deflected. Damn, okay. Not the best of efforts, I guess, but we've got 5 minutes of stoppage time. We've got 4 minutes left now as we're into the 91st minute. Oh, come on. Mate, don't do anything silly now. Go on, Robbo. At least set the tempo up for us. Szoboszlai, man on. Harvey Elliott. Through to Salah. Salah. What can you do? What can you do? Salah. Can Salah shoot? He's fouled? Nah, I don't think that's a penalty. Just took too long to release the ball there. Alistair. Trent. Got a few more minutes, guys. Come on. Ah, poor pass by Salah, but even worse clearance there from Martinelli. Liverpool still have the ball through Van Dijk. Come on, Jota. Szoboszlai. Ah, look at that. 11 men defending there. Oh, that was a good ball there from McAllister. He's the only player in midfield that can do that. I think Jones can as well, to be fair, but he's got exquisite, you know, passing ability in that kind of range. Trevor the cross. Oh, that was a great cross. Why didn't Jota get a touch on that? Forget Darwin Núñez. He was never going to get on it. But Jota was the first player that was aimed at. Should have got a touch on that. That was an exquisite pass. It did stretch for Saliba did distract him a little bit. Maybe slightly too much pace in that ball, but the guy's on full stretch, so I can't really, cuss him out too much. But I feel like the ball was a good ball there from Trent. 1 minute remaining. Oh, we've given a ball away. I think that's Kanate. Odegaard. Oh, he's just missed the post there. Bloody hell. Szoboszlai to Darwin Núñez. Come on, guys. This is going to be the last chance we have now. Jota to Trent. Trent to Salah. Come on, Salah. Corner kick. One more chance. Alistair, the corner kick. What happened? What happened? The flag's gone up for what? What's happened? What's happened? What's happened? He's on side. Robot's on side. That's a goal. Is it because of the foul? Who did that? Was that Canate? Canate, man. Papa slapped the guy's face down. Well, look, you can't rule the goal out because of that. That's just part and parcel. Everyone's pushing each other around in the box. What's going on? Arsenal got life there. And the funny thing is, Robbo scored. That's disappointing, isn't it? I don't agree with that, to be fair. Yes, he definitely fouled him, but like you had Calafiori pushing Van Dijk in that moment there as well. So are we not? Are we just gonna view certain moments there? Crazy. But that is the final whistle. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. Of course, I feel like we should have got the last minute winner there. But if I'm being brutally honest, it's probably the fair result. And it's a game of two halves. Liverpool were very strong in the first half and probably should have extended the lead more than 2 goals. And Arsenal were the better team in the second half. I don't think they were outplaying us or anything. They were just better on the ball. We just felt lethargic, no energy, didn't really play with any impetus until we made a few substitutions towards the latter stages. But that's a little bit frustrating in terms of the the result. So it's a draw. I'm not overly pleased with that, but I do, thinking logically, it is a fair result. I think it was a game of two halves, and yeah, I would have liked to have got that winner. It would have been a cherry on top to how the game panned out, but that's how it goes sometimes. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Oz and Kabak for your comments during the show. Appreciate your engagement as always. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will be doing a match reaction later tonight, around 11 p.m. UK time. So we'll do a quick overview of the game today. Plus, I'll do player ratings, and I also have a calling segment as well. So if you'd like to come on and have your say, the platform is free for you guys to join. So yeah, that is it for today, guys. Take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak with you all very, very soon. Goodbye.